So, hi everybody, hi Kenny, hi Katie, how are you guys doing? This is Richie the Blind Hedgehog and I'm here with Humpty. Yes, of course, after receiving Humpty I decided to use him for the video. So, I would like to show you the items that I could collect in the past few months. And I'm going to include the stuff that I found on Comic Con. So, I'm just going to show you some random stuff. I gotta put Humpty here. So there you go, let's go for a little haul video. Well, it's been a month, it's been a while actually, ever since I made a video, I realize now indeed. So the very first little thing is that I'm going to show you, excuse me, I had to burp, are, well, just a few things that I could collect of Vinted and, well, my newest flame, I'm gonna say, you're gonna see. So the first thing that I could collect were actually, well, those two little animal figures. Here there is this shop named Action that is actually a very cheap shop. You can find all kinds of things. And they had those little animal figures there. This is a hyena. So as you can see, the paint job is horrible. But, just gotta remove Humpty. Put him here. The paint job is horrible. It's basically those Schleich figures. They're a bit larger than the Schleich figures. The Schleich figures have a much better paint job, of course. It wasn't too bad on this one, but it's still horrible. But there you go. So it was like 50 cents for these little animals. Decided to include them in my figure collection. A little collection that I still have, though I'm not really into figures. Here's a wolf, and it has red eyes. It's just horrible looking. As you can see, it looks pretty much like the previous one from Schleich. But there you go. There I wanted to get these little figures for my collection. So, little hyena, little wolf. Sometimes, when you find these little animal figures, wolves or hyenas are rarely included. So I was quite glad to see these two. And I also, well, took this last little pop bracelet. I know you can barely see it on my bed. They had plenty of these in the Christmas period. And, well, I could collect this little last one. This one was really the last one left. So, there you go. I'm glad I could eventually have one too. It really feels good. So this is what I collected in Action. Yeah, it's a funny name for a shop, but there you go. I could collect, well, quite Humpty related. I could collect those two little McDonald's toys from 2011 of Humpty. This is a young Humpty. He's a bit rounder and cute, and he moves his legs. Really glad I could eventually collect him. Yeah, here people just get rid of those figures for like $1, so it's not that it's difficult to get. And there you have the adult Humpty, who is a bit larger, a bit more recognizable. So I'm really glad that I could also include him in my figure collection, because I do have a few characters which I actually really like. Figures. I like to have figures when I can't find plushies or, yeah. So these are two little Humpties that I could get. Might have showed them earlier. I have no idea if I actually did. And then on Amazon, I came across, actually it was Amazon who recommended this for me, I believe. I came across this movie. Chris showed me this movie a while back. I believe it was in 2019. And it was amazing. And it's such a calming movie. I'm really glad that I could see it again. So, oh my gosh, I just really love that little scarecrow. So there you go, I fell in love with this movie. And I really like Calcifer, the little fire character in it. Don't really know if there's a picture of him. No, but the dog is funny. Funny dog. So yeah, I can't really see it right now, but there you go. So yeah, glad I could collect that one. I'm glad to see the movie again. And I really liked Calcifer. And the nice thing is that I could easily find plushies of him. So on one side, it was a bit unfortunate because the plushie just sold out, but I could find this one on Vinted which is a pretty large one actually. So you have all shades of orange on him. He has like really long hair, so cute, and he's really nice to cuddle. It's just that because of his mouth wide open, he looks a bit like he has like large lips, but they are really glad to. And also you have his little hands here, so it is totally him. There is no tag. You even have his little logs here. There's one detached. But I was so glad to receive this guy. I love him so much. Apparently his previous owner bought him in a store in Paris. His eyes are a bit large, but he's adorable. And he has been sitting on my bed ever since. I always pet him. He's such a lovable character. Fell in love with those little eyes. Also, when I watched the movie for the first time with Chris, I thought, look, the fire has eyes. It's so cute. So ever since I call him the fire with eyes. So yeah, that's my little Calcifer plush. I love him. I have like no idea. I had him for like $5 on Vinted. Can you believe that? I was so lucky. I basically bought all the ones available. There was another one. Here is the second one. He has no log, but he's a little guy that you just can hold in your hand. He just fits your hand. His eyes are a little bit smaller. He has the same fiery hair of him. He's really cute. He also has this. And he indeed is the very character. This little plushie basically came from Japan. Actually, his previous owner got him in Japan. I have a little... I forgot what you call this. A little button. Can't find the word right now. And he was actually for sale with tag. I was really enthusiastic about that because the tag was really beautiful. It had a gorgeous movie picture on it, and I was really glad to receive him as an entire collectible. But apparently the person who made the package just cut off the tag, so I wasn't really pleased with that. He's no longer an entire collectible, I should say. So I was a little bit, disappointed to see that, because the tag was absolutely beautiful. So there you go. He's easier to hold now than with the tag, but he was supposed to have his little tag, which was a little bit of a disappointment. His eyes, see here the eyes are smaller. And there you go, my little calcifers. So no tag on this one, unfortunately. Yeah, the seller had her mother make the package, and what did the mother do? Just before sending him, she cut off his tag. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Items are sometimes sold as tags as being new, but that's ridiculous, because the tag makes this item even prettier. Now it's just a furry orange hairball, while with the tag you could actually indeed have the affiliation of the character, and that is a bit missing now. I also could collect this gorgeous clock. Where's my clock? There it is. This was made by someone. There you can see what time it is. Almost 10 p.m. And there you go. I thought it was so pretty. I had to collect it. I wanted to have it in my apartment one day. So I decided to make room for it, find a place for it, and hang it in my room. Kind of funny, but it worked out well. So there you go, my little calcifers. I love them, especially this one. He was actually a bit larger than expected, and he... sometimes I just cuddle up with him. He's adorable. And his little place actually is right here, next to little Humpty. There he sleeps. This is where I sleep, and this is where he sleeps. So there you go. This little guy is cute too. Like this, you can actually hold him just like in the movie, just in your hand like this. And then there's one canine plushie that I can show you to end my little collection, my little and the first part of this haul. I could find this gorgeous. Well, I thought it was actually a wolf, but It's more like a husky, I believe, with a tail. Hoped I could just put down the tail like this, but it's a tail that is upwards. It's not attached, so the tail goes a bit like this. Funny tail, but there you go. It is a big, dark husky plush with, well, it has a really dark fur. I really liked it. I thought it was special. He was also standing, and he has wires in his feet. And he comes with 2 cubs. I just have one here, but the other one is in my basket. So there you go. I thought it was pretty. Oh, sorry. There are not many nice canine plushies to collect these days. So that is why I don't really get a lot. Also, I'm very pleased with my collection, and I don't really feel the need to get any more. Also, because if I get more, I should get rid of others, which I don't really want to. So I'm pretty complacent about my order. I really love the collection as it is. I don't really miss anything. So if I'm not really interested in a plushie, I just don't get it. It is mostly the canine plushies are pretty basic here. And it's kind of rare to find a little special one. It's been a while since I found something, except from this guy. Don't really have a name yet for her. I might have called her. I might call her Mineo, but I'm not sure. So there you go. This is the very first part of my haul. Now let's go over to the Comic-Con finds. Now in October there was another Comic-Con. I was quite surprised there would be another one coming early this year. But this time it was a full-size Comic-Con. I wasn't quite sure. In the previous video I might have said that the event was like dying a little bit, but it's just that it wasn't complete. And I have to say, this time it was a little bit better, and I actually really enjoyed the day. Also because I could put on my Squid Game costume, and I went with Glenn. And he was dressed as a player, and I was dressed as a pink soldier. So it was really, really sweet. Him in his stroller, and I was just pushing him. The bad news was that I forgot my gloves at home. Never mind, but there you go. So I could collect a few things against all expectations. So there you go. At the very first shop, actually, I bought 3 things already. So but it was actually quite interesting. Yeah, like I told, it was against all the expectations, against all odds, I'm gonna say. So there you go. Let me show you. Okay, Humpty, I'll just put you in the back. He's so adorable. So Katie's gonna laugh. I was seduced by this adorable, gigantic plankton. So yeah, plankton. I was always a big plankton fan, and I've been looking for a few planktons without much success. I still have my very first plankton plush, and I had my mom ordering him for me, but it's at least 10 years back on the Nickelodeon web shop. That didn't exist for long. And I still have that plankton, and I just love him. He's adorable. And yeah, for some reason, I should have gotten this plushie, but for some reason I did. I really like plankton, and I thought his face was funny. So there you go. This is what he looks like. This is a SpongeBob tag. They had a whole SpongeBob characters. They had Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Big SpongeBob too. Yeah. And plankton's antennas are just a bit flat, hard felt, which is a bit unfortunate. I hope they would be a bit more finished, but there you go. I'm glad to see that. Well, that it's pretty sturdy after all. If only I had this plushie when I was 12 years old, I would have never let him go. I even made a felt plankton plush because I wanted to hold him so bad. He was so cute. So there you go, you see his antennas. So yeah, seeing this big plankton, I suppose I was just nostalgic. I'm just, yeah, so much nostalgia. But there you go, this is a big plankton. And actually in the same shop, I bought something that I couldn't leave. It's a bit ridiculous. Again, I actually did a pretty much ridiculous buys that yesterday, but I followed my feeling, and I suppose that I was right to do so. And if I don't want something, I can always sell it. So yeah, there you go. At that moment, I really enjoyed the items I was inclined to get, or the ones that I actually liked. So I just followed my feeling. The second one that like I said, that I couldn't leave behind, I had to think of my brother, and this was going to be a little present for him. I found this little Witcher. Well, my brother isn't really into plushies, but last time I brought him a pop figure, and seeing this guy, for some reason, I just couldn't leave him behind. I just had to get him for my brother. I hope he will appreciate after all. Still, he's not really into plushies, but for some reason, it felt like it would be a present for him, or something that I really, I thought my instinct was really pushing me to get this guy for him. So we'll see if he appreciates. I suppose he will, and maybe, well, secretly he wouldn't, but at least, well, he has a little tag here. If you want your little Geralt to cuddle with, you can get one now. His hair is a bit messy. I just heard my brother was a little bit sick. He might have COVID. We don't know exactly. He had a bit of fever and is going to start a new job soon. So I wanted to give him this as a little success, as a little good luck gift. So there you go, a little Geralt here. He's for my brother with plankton. And in that same shop, I got something that I left behind earlier in October. Something that I wish I would have gotten back then. But that's a good thing, that I could get the stuff that I actually previously left behind. And now, maybe, well, it felt really good to indeed collect it, because I felt like I should have back then, and it was a little bit of regret. I was really glad I could eventually purchase the stuff that I liked and that I left behind, and now that I could actually collect. So I got this Darth Vader collar. It has this gorgeous Empire sign on it. It will be for my plushies to make sure it doesn't get worn out. That's the nice thing about putting collars on plushies. They never get worn out. You can get the prettiest collars, and they always stay in new condition. That's really sweet. The reason I actually left a collar behind in October, I liked it so much, but it was like $12 or $13. So, well, I told myself that if I would see it again, this time I would get it. And so I did. So, and since I got 3 items in that store, I also got this t-shirt for free. It has Bugs Bunny on it, and it's from Space Jam. Didn't see the movie, but I wasn't quite sure it would be a good movie, honestly. So, so there you go. There was a little t-shirt that I got at the same time for free. So these are the 4 little items that I got in that shop already. I just got started. Well, yeah, it was quite nice to go to that Comic-Con precisely because there was Belle from Once Upon a Time. I believe her name was Emily. Forgot the family name. Pretty sure I can look it up. But during the video you might see earlier, I made a little video about the experience with Glenn, the visit all the shops. I always do that. And you actually might hear her voice in the background because she was on stage while I was recording. So just pay attention. In the beginning of the video, you might actually hear her. Next thing. Oh, yeah. Well, the next thing I found was for you, Katie. I have been wanting... how can I say this? I've been wanting to get you this for a while, and I have been looking on Vinted for it, but I could never find it. So I was really glad that the seller was back this time. And I wanted to get you this. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here it is. It is a long cat. So it is a pretty Asian-like plushie of a very long cat. Not sure if it's something that you would actually like. But this plushie has a bit of a very stretchy coat, stretchy fabric, and you just can't stop petting it. Hope my hands are clean. Let's check it out. I think they're clean. So this plushie does feel really relaxing, touching, has a really relaxing touch. And there were all kinds of little animals. And I found this little grey cat was cute. I got you the grey one. There was no Siamese, and they were dogs. They were like Shiba Inus. But I've been wanting to get you a cat like this for a while now. And I'm really glad actually I found one. So I took you the small one because I know you like smaller plushies. And I just hope that you will enjoy touching him. You can put your head on it. It is really relaxing and it's incredibly soft. So I'll put him in your package. He has a cute face. And little paw pads. There you go. And this is his tag. So there are people selling some Asian plushies. Like this hedgehog, you know. There was the guy with the hedgehog was back too. Just that sometimes on Comic-Con things can be quite expensive. And sometimes I really like items, but I try to look after a good value and price, of course. So it's a really funny plushie, actually. And you see people walking around with this kind of plushies everywhere. So I hope you like your little gift. I really wanted to bring this back for you. So this is for you, Katie. It's just such a funny cat. Have you seen the tail? So there you go. What's next? Oh, I'm gonna show you this. At the very end of my visit, I found this little Gengar keychain. I got him for Luke. I know he likes Gengar. Maybe for his car keys or for his house keys. Maybe something he can hang it up. Maybe on the keys, on the door keys. But it's. I thought Gengar's face looked quite amusing, and it says like, "Ah, gotcha." So it's sweet. Yeah, I hope he will like. So I'll put it in your package as well. A lot of stuff actually is handmade. And maybe also this thing. A lot of people make their own merchandise. So you can actually qualify it as being sort of fake. But the merchandise they make is really well made most of the time. So sometimes it's really worth getting. There are people making a lot of keychains. It's a massive bootleg sale, in there. So yeah, well, don't be surprised that there's no real stuff. There are a bunch of Chinese stores, and I believe this guy, for example, the Carol here, should be official merchandise. But a lot of things are like Asian, like made in Asia. And there's also this event in Brussels called Made in Asia, where you can get all the kinds of manga, Asian stuff, like the kitty, bootlegs and all you want. So yeah, a lot of manga and Japanese and Chinese stuff. But for example, about homemade, I got these adorable wallets. So this is the one I got for Chris. I was looking for a nice birthday present, and I came across this, and I actually quickly took my conclusion that this was actually a really sweet present. It was indeed made by someone who had it printed, and the design is, well, general. It's a bit of a general design. You have smaller ones, you have larger ones. So you have Chloe, you have Lucifer on this one. Yeah, Lucifer is kind of something for us. We watch Lucifer all the time, Chris and me. And I got this little Joker one for me about the same occasion. I'm not quite sure I like this green color, but I really like the shape of the wallet. So I'm not quite sure I like the folding out type, but sorry, my camera has a hard time focusing. But it has a lot of little bags inside, and maybe I can show you. So there's no room for a smartphone. You can just, there you go, you just fold it open. Hold on, I'm gonna just pause the video. And there you go, it's back. So here you can put all kinds of little cards. Here you have another pouch here. You have two pouches here. Here another. You have all kinds of pouches everywhere. Little bags where you can just. Here too. In the back. And we just put this little pressure button here. And here you have this. And you have another little space, some more space. And that's about it, I believe. So here is a place, I suppose, where you can keep your money, your change, and your notes, bank notes. And here, some more place for cards. So it's a bit of a fold-on type, but I really liked all those little spaces in there, those little bags, those little pouches where you can just hide little things, all kinds of cards and stuff. I thought it was really handy, so I thought it would make a nice present. I just hope you will appreciate. I was thinking about a t-shirt, but this was much better and had a nice value for the price. And this is my Joker one. No need to show the inside, it's basically the same. It's just that this one has a different print. So there you go. So yeah, I believe I showed you all the presents that I got for Katie, Chris, and because I wanted to find something for Chris, for you, Katie, and also, well, a little bit unexpected, but for my brother. So there you go. There was indeed a bit of Squid Game merchandise. I remember Katie asking that on WhatsApp. There was a little bit more Squid Game merchandise. So there were keychains. Most of them were pretty expensive. I can get them for a much lower price on Vinted. But I was glad to see that I've been recording a lot. So, and then whatever did I? They were like little plushies too. There was someone selling player outfits. There was a pillow and little pop bags. So there was a little bit of Squid Game, not much, but more than enough, I believe. I was just glad to see the stuff on my way. Made me smile. It's been a while since I watched Squid Game. I should watch it again. So I'm just going to show you what I have from Squid Game here. I'm just going to put my charming company in the back. Plankton. He's really big, actually, Plankton. But I think I did good transactions. I did good buys, and I'm pretty sure that the presents, well, I hope people will appreciate them. Really glad I could get the collar. I actually got 2 items that I left back then, and I'm really glad that this time I could actually get them. So, I'll show you this. I got a bit of Squid Game merchandise. So these guys actually got off Vinted before Comic-Con, so these guys weren't really... This wasn't really collected back there. This is another Squiddy. He's 12 inches tall, but that's why I really liked him, and he was really cheap. He's super adorable, and he smells like cigarettes like hell. Oh, he stinks. Well, he's a smoker. So there you go, a little Squiddy. Another one I collected, I know. But I thought he was sweet. His square looks more like a circle, but I really liked the size, and he had it was pretty cheap too. So I thought it was cute. I'm gonna put him with my Squiddies. This is a little Squid Game jacket I got. I was seduced by the color because I thought it was quite realistic, but it's a bit dark eventually. It looked much, it had a lighter color on the picture, but I was really glad that also here you could detach the number, pretty much like in the series. And here you have, also in the back, you have the scene, you can just remove the number. And the big surprise is that the person also included some other numbers, like the 001 and like the 67, which Glenn is wearing right now. So there you go, this is a little jacket. I wanted to collect one of these. So I was really glad that I could collect it. But this is also something I had hinted before Comic-Con, way before Comic-Con. Two little items that I wanted to show you at the same time as other Squid Game merchandise. And at Comic-Con in a Chinese store, I could collect this this beautiful pillow. Just couldn't leave it behind. I thought the picture was really pretty. And I thought it just had one picture. Well, no, look, it has another. And here you have the players. So I'm glad to have everybody on the picture. So I basically have everybody from season 1. And here, who's this? So, there you go. It's a pretty firm and large pillow. And Darth Vader here. I call him Darth Vader. Little Schmida, he's there too. So, there you go. This is my pillow that I could collect. Also, I could find this poster. I've been walking on it a few times already. Still have to hang it up. So, there you go. It's a beautiful picture with all the Squiddies. And in the middle you have Darth Vader. So that's what it is on the picture. But I still have to hang it up. It was just like $5. It's just really cheap for a poster. The price was amazing. The funny thing is that the only posters they had were from Squid Game. They just had two big pouches of two big places where they had two Squid Game poster models. There was just one with Darth Vader and a weapon, and this has all the Squiddies on it with Darth Vader in the middle. So you get just way more for the money for the money you pay. So there you go. That's all the Squiddies. So that's it for Squid Game, I believe. I was really glad I could bring that back. So on the video you might certainly see the few items that I brought back. Because I took the time to record them all. I really had a good time. And the last things that I would like to show you, which I could get, were two items that I should actually have left. But the first one was one that I wish I ever collected before. It is this giant microbes plant cell. The animal cell was already sold out. But I remember seeing this one of the first times I went to Comic-Con. And I thought it was quite educational. So it is a plant cell with all the organs inside. Oh, sorry. So yeah, it was really nice. And here you have the explanation. What is what? This is the plant cell. And I believe this was the very first cell I ever studied in biology. So, for some reason, I wanted to collect it. There was a time that I really regretted not to get it, so not getting it. And it's nice. I remember I had to know all these little parts, all by heart. What's this? What's this? What's this? I remember in biology. So the guy was actually selling the guy with the giant microbes was back too. Yeah, and he had funny ones. He had an Excel. And the funny thing is that I just for fun looked for the sperm cell to go with it. And it was a keychain, and the funny thing is that the Excel was this size and the sperm cell was a bit smaller, so they were actually still pretty much in proportion. It was really cute. And now the last thing, you're gonna laugh, that I had to bring back because for some silly reason I thought it was cute. It is gigantic COVID-19 virus. So it's still in the bag. Still have to remove it. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. So this is just a gigantic, a really large COVID-19 virus, as I have the smaller one. It's always on my bed, by the way. And yeah, for some reason I thought this one was cute. I'm not sure how long I will keep this one. but I just wanted to hold it really bad. So yeah, this is a large coronavirus. Just for people who didn't have enough of it, or who don't have enough of it. Its little arms are a bit sturdier. That's really nice. Really firmly stuffed too. I haven't packed it out yet. It's like a ball. It's the size of a soccer ball. Yeah, a bit of a big soccer ball. But this is a bit of a larger size. This is the only giant microbe I actually have in this size. He's pretty much the size of my Death Star. He should be almost 12-inch. Yeah, something like that. So, this big COVID-19 virus. Here you have... I know I should have removed the bag first. You have the explanation. You should see something in the back too. I might have maybe like this. Don't know how to hold it. Oh, sorry. Again. Oh, yeah, it's getting late. So there you go. This is the tag, the COVID-19 virus. Now here COVID is actually going pretty well. The contaminations are decreasing, the hospitals are less overwhelmed, and we are slowly getting our freedom back. And at this point we are already dropping a few measures, and maybe by the end of March we actually hope to just retrieve our entire freedom as it was before COVID-19. So it looks like COVID is ending. Now the misery is in Ukraine, I believe, but yeah, that is another matter that really upsets me a little bit. But for COVID, it seems like things are getting into place, and hopefully very soon it will be history. I would just be a big plush, a big funny cute plush. So there you go. Look at this. Why did I bring this back? But for some reason I was really in love with it. It's kind of ridiculous, I know. I can be such a fool sometimes. But there you go. This is basically what I got on Comic-Con. There's one last thing that I can actually show you. Another really stupid thing that I was really glad I could actually bring home. It's a bit of a prop, and I thought it was quite symbolic to get that particular prop, because it was Once Upon a Time related. This bell was there, and I could actually bring back a cane. I'm going to show you it very soon. It's a cane with, like a walking cane, pretty much like Mr. Gold's cane, and I thought it was a really nice prop, because he was my favorite character. So, if I can take the camera over there, maybe I can show you. I'll leave COVID on the bed. My Death Star, my Squiddies, I just removed everything. My backpack. The fishies. Can you see the fishies? So it's nothing that usually I would collect, but it kind of reminds me so much about my favorite character in Once Upon a Time that for some reason, I really needed to get it. I thought I might regret it if I didn't. So, really glad to have a little dagger. Also this. It's ridiculous, but there you go. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't too expensive either, so... No, the price was pretty normal. Yeah, it's not exactly the same, but it really reminds me of it. So, yeah. It's, something I was really glad I could collect. I had a long thought before, just to make sure that I was really sure that I really wanted to do that. There you go, I'm just gonna put it back. I will be for later. Hey, Squiddies! So I'm just gonna put everybody's presents where they should be. A gigantic funny virus. I mean you no harm. You're right, liar. So there you go. I really hope you enjoyed this haul. Hi Kitty, hi Kimi. Have a really nice day and a really good night. Yeah, Kimi, sorry, I don't really have a present for you, but I'm sure that I will have another opportunity coming. Actually, there was not much Chucky on Comic-Con. I barely saw any Chuckies. Sometimes there are more Chuckies. A lot of people actually recognized Glenn, which I didn't really expect. But there you go, yeah, there was barely any Chucky, and I don't see much Elvin or the cute little scarecrow either, so yeah, I never saw any Elvin. That's quite funny. But there you go, so yeah. If I send you another package, I'll look what I can find for you. Now I really hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.